Hello and welcome back to another interview. Today I've gotten the opportunity to interview Leiger Gaming. You'll find more about him soon enough, but I just want to let you know, in this video I did try out a different type of structure where when I'm talking, instead of just seeing my Discord icon, you can actually see my face with, glasses and a mask. But I don't want to take up too much time in this intro, so I'll start the video, and I hope you enjoy. What is your creator alias?
I'm Leiger, or Leiger Gaming online, generally. Nice to meet you, by the way.
Nice to meet you too. What type of content do you make on all types of platforms?
My main channel's on YouTube, and I create mainly Minecraft content on there. Kind of a mix between entertainment stuff and educational. So I guess Edutainer, I think it's called. And since one of the things I want to focus on in the future is creating and supporting other creators, I've also got a Minecraft creator podcast that I've just launched. So I've got the three main places where I'm making content is YouTube, I guess, and Twitch for Minecraft stuff, and then also a podcast as well.
And all of those links are in the description. When did you start to create content?
My first gaming video for Minecraft in particular was back in March 2011 when I got the game, but it was really, really bad quality, so I've hidden it since. But it was enough to get me started and sort of get me into the flow of making videos. And while I've had several years where I kind of wasn't uploading since then, that early start helped to teach me the basics, I guess.
Kind of like a test run.
Yeah, exactly. And the channel was mostly inactive. I think I had 15 videos in the first 9 years. And then now in the 10th and 11th year of the channel, I've got another over 100 videos extra. So I've done a lot more in the last 12 to 18 months than I did in the first 9 years.
On what platform did you start to create content on first, and what type of content was it?
So definitely YouTube first. I don't think Twitch existed back then, and there weren't that many other alternatives either. I was running a Minecraft server back then, a public Minecraft server, and we had some people from the Netherlands and a few others that were joining and playing regularly. And so my content was mainly about a single player world I was playing at the same time, and also partially about the Minecraft server. I was just uploading random videos that were very poorly edited with, I think, Windows Movie Maker at the time.
What is your profession in real life?
Technically, I think it's called a software engineer is what my degree is, but generally the more well-known term is I'm a web developer. So I build websites and web apps, and a web app is generally a website that's interactive in some way. So if you can log in and you can do stuff like Facebook or Twitch or YouTube, they're all web apps, for example. So building things like that, just obviously nothing that massive.
So you can kind of understand like game developers and like the struggle.
There's definitely some crossover between web development and game development for sure, especially in terms of the inability to properly estimate timeframes. You can think that something will take you a certain amount of time, and then when you get into it, the last 10% takes you longer than the first 90% did. Things can just blow out of proportion, and that's common across all kinds of development, I think, including game development, yeah.
What inspired you to take up web development?
When I was a kid, I had a learning laptop thing, like a plastic learning laptop. I had all kinds of spelling, grammar games on it, but one of them was BASIC. So BASIC stands for Beginner's All-Purpose Symbolic Instruction Code, but basically what it means is it's a really simple programming language for people trying to learn how it works. And as a kid, I enjoyed that and never really forgot it. And so growing up, I always was interested in programming stuff and eventually turned it into a career. So I like the fact that I am doing work that I also enjoy as a hobby.
That's awesome. You've been doing it like throughout your entire life.
Yeah. That's the goal. And it's changed. So the language that I've used changed, or the platform that I'm using has changed over time, but it's still programming, which is still fun.
When was the first time you played Minecraft?
So about the same time that I uploaded my first video. So it was March 2011. I think it was 1.2 beta that I bought the game. But my first sort of earliest memory is the 1.3 beta when they introduced beds and you could skip the night by sleeping.
That is really early. Wow.
Yeah, a while ago. I mean, it was well after Alpha and all this kind of thing in dev. There was a lot of stuff going on before that, but it was still quite early. Yeah.
What is your favorite part of Minecraft?
I like that everyone can play their own way. Some people play in creative, some people play in survival. And in survival, it's like easy mode, hard mode, hardcore, even RLcraft. So people can play however they want. And even then, you've got mods to expand things even further. So that's my favorite part of Minecraft, is just how flexible it is. You basically can never get bored of it. If you're bored with a certain way of playing Minecraft, there's basically an infinite possibility of other ways that you can play Minecraft. and it's basically an entirely new game, but you understand the basics already. You're not going through a tutorial.
It's just such an open game, and you can never, yeah, like you said, you can never really get bored. And since it's a sandbox game, there's always something new to build or different places to adventure to, and I really like that, yeah.
Yeah, in my case, I like playing things slow. I don't like doing iron farms, all that kind of thing. I feel like it just ruins the early game, because suddenly you've got iron and there's no point mining for iron anymore. So I actually prefer playing really, really slowly and doing things slowly, and maybe adding things like an iron farm 10 months into a game playthrough or something rather than straight away. That's what I like about it, is that everyone can play their own way. Some people like doing that straight away, and that's fine as well.
What is your favorite game besides Minecraft?
Honestly, I basically just play Minecraft. I do have a Nintendo Switch, and I have been getting into some Nintendo stuff recently in the last few years. So I guess the Legend of Zelda series is something I play sometimes. My first Zelda game was A Link to the Past and Four Swords on the Game Boy Advance. But I also have played like Splatoon 2 more recently as well. Pretty much 99% of my gameplay is Minecraft, for sure.
Are you working on any large-scale projects or planning to?
There's a number of large collaborations that I'm working on. I'm currently interviewing a lot of creators for some videos and some podcast stuff, and so that's probably the biggest collaboration I've ever done. And there's probably going to be, when you add up all the podcasts and videos that will come out of it, probably easily from 15 interviews, there's probably going to be 30, 40 videos and podcasts that are affected by it. So I'm just recording a lot of footage, and each interview is going to be 3 or 4 videos or podcasts each that's going to impact. So it's just me trying to really prepare ahead and get a lot of content available that I just need to edit together and put together and package in different ways, so that I can try to do something and take a different approach to just standard Let's Play stuff, and just experiment and push my channel further and do other things, I guess.
That's really good that you're like expanding past Let's Plays. I mean, Let's Plays are great, obviously, but it's definitely good to have other types of content, I think. And it's also really nice that you can take some footage and really stretch it, you know? Well, I don't know if stretching is the right word, but you can use it in multiple videos, which is, I think that's very clever.
Yeah, so the way that I'm doing that is, for example, the interviews, the answer to a specific question might be used in a podcast episode, just that one answer. But then I'll redo that but then I'll use a different answer in another podcast episode, and then the entire interview will be another video on itself. So that one interview is then 2 podcasts and 1 video, for example. In terms of Let's Play stuff, I've done some community polls on my channel and that kind of thing. A lot of people still enjoy watching Let's Plays, so Let's Plays aren't dead. Let's Plays are still important. People like watching them, especially if they're well edited and they tell a story. So I wouldn't say people should stop doing Let's Plays, but it's good to experiment with a variety of content within your niche, within your topic, whether it be Minecraft or something else.
So how many subscribers or followers do you have on like YouTube, Twitch? I'm not sure if you do TikTok or anything else.
So YouTube passed 4,000 recently. I think I'm almost 4,100 now. Twitch is about 200. Twitter, I think, is about 400, just over 400. And I recently created a profile on LinkedIn. I think I've got 2 followers on there.
What do you hope the future of your entertaining career is?
I want to be known as someone that plays Minecraft and has fun doing it, and that you can see a video of mine or a piece of content of mine and know that it's going to be worth your time to watch, to be entertaining, to be engaging, and something that you'll either learn something from or at least have a smile from at the end. I want to be known as someone that is worth following, and that every piece of content, even if it's not the kind of thing you'd usually watch, it will still be interesting in some way. That's what I aspire to. I don't think I'm there yet, but I'm trying.
Just because it comes from your channel, then everyone knows that this is gonna be a good video. I like that goal.
The biggest thing to keep in mind is people have a wide variety of interests. And so, especially the more subscribers you get, even with a small channel like 4,000, that's 4,000 different people with 4,000 different sets of interests. And so no one video is going to appeal to all of them. And if you go into mumbo jumbo size with several million, there's definitely not going to be one video that appeals to every single subscriber. And so you can't appeal to people just on the type of content alone. You've got to appeal to people with maybe your personality or your style of editing or something like that instead, so that they know that even if they would never watch cute puppy videos, I mean, who wouldn't? But if you post a cute puppy video, they think, oh, this I wouldn't normally watch this, but this will still be fun and interesting because it's from this person that I know and I enjoy. And yeah, that would be good to aspire to.
I think that's definitely a good goal that I think every content creator should definitely try to strive to a certain degree. But that's good. Yeah, that's definitely a good idea and a good aspiration. Do you think that one day you'll ever make any merchandise?
I hadn't planned to for a while, but people have been asking me for it, so I guess I need to at some point. My biggest thing is I don't want to do it unless I have some good ideas for it and what to put on a shirt or a cap or something like that. At the moment, there's maybe a couple of sort of slogans and things that I could do. I'd need to maybe hire an artist to put them into something that's worth putting on a shirt, or I don't feel they're used often enough to be worth putting on a shirt. I just need to explore what would actually go on the merchandise first, and once I've got those ideas, probably the answer is yes, because people are already asking for it, which I guess is a good sign.
That's definitely a good sign, so.
Yeah, for sure.
Any advice for aspiring creators, maybe coming here to look for advice or just a little bit of inspiration?
Lots. That's part of why I've got the podcast. But mainly, believe in yourself, be consistent, keep trying, and if you can make everything slightly better than the last time you did something, you're going to gradually improve. So you may look at a video and think it's amazing, but trust me, 6-12 months later, you'll think it's horrible. Even better, if you can look at a video that you just made and you can see flaws in it, that's a good thing. That just means that you know exactly what you can work on next time. Just pick one of those small things and work on that for the next video. You don't try to fix everything at once, just fix one thing at a time, try to perfect that and then move on to the next thing. And by doing that, you're going to significantly improve. I started with 0 editing skills. My videos were crap. I'm ashamed of them today so much that I've hidden them. But today I feel like I can make a video that I'm proud of. But in 12 months' time, I'm sure I'll be cringing at. So you're going to keep improving. You're going to constantly be improving. I think even big YouTubers like PewDiePie and Mumbo Jumbo, they're still improving as well. And it's just a matter of constantly trying to improve a tiny bit and focusing on one thing at a time so it's achievable, rather than being overwhelmed by it, and just being persistent. If you're not seeing results, just be persistent, keep improving, you'll get results. The benefit there is that because you can look back at that video and see that it's hard to watch and it's cringe-worthy maybe, that just proves to you that you have improved.
Definitely. I've definitely gone through that phase where, because I've been doing YouTube for about a year, and I look back at my first videos and it's hard to watch. But now I think I have the same feeling where I'm a lot more proud of my videos. So yeah, definitely, that's amazing advice. I definitely follow it. So yeah, where can people find you?
My website is the main thing, so it's leigergaming.com, Leiger gaming.com. And that's got links to everything else, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and the podcast as well. We'll be on there soon. Otherwise, well, if you want the podcast sooner than that, if you go to my Twitter page, it's pinned to the top.
And like I said, in this YouTube version, everything is in the description.